Domo arigato, Mr. Okhotnik. It's been a very long time, at least I feel like it's been a very long time since I've done some form of ship review. Kind of a little bit of a lull right here, but we've got some awesome ships coming up. We know the Alabama is on the horizon. It is going to be coming our way at some point. We just don't know when right now. Hopefully soon, because I'm really looking forward to that. In between now and then, though, we've got some other very cool ships coming out. One of those ships is the Russian destroyer Okhotnik. And I believe I pronounced that somewhat close to how it should be pronounced. Okhotnik. I think the K is a little silent in Russian. And I'm pretty sure that Sub-Octavian is probably somewhere cringing right now, and I apologize if I have completely butchered Okhotnik's name. So, we're going to talk a little bit about this very cool Russian destroyer that looks like some kind of crew rowing ship. Yeah, it's very long, it's very slender, but this destroyer has some serious punch to it. And I think you all are going to enjoy it a lot. Just pretend those 7 guns on the back of it are 7 little rowers just rowing the little long, slender cruise ship. Yeah. One thing to keep in mind about the Okhotnik, because it is so long, you're going to want to be careful with it, because if you sit and smoke and someone sends torpedoes your way, you're not going to be able to dodge them. But I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into all of that. So sit back, relax, watch my thoughts on the Okhotnik. I think you all are going to enjoy this destroyer, though, because like I said, you've got 7 Krasny Krim guns on this destroyer. That's right, these are big guns. And they're on a destroyer, and a low-tier destroyer at that. So, here is my look at the Okhotnik.
So about that Okhotnik. Now bear in mind that this ship is currently a work in progress. There are going to be some changes to it. Some very good changes, actually, that are a little different than what you're watching right now. One of the main key changes you're going to see is the guns are actually going to swivel 360 degrees. That will help this ship out a lot, because as you see right now, they're not the fastest in the world, and it takes them a while to slew. However, when this gets added, it's gonna make the ship a lot more comfortable. Now, I'm gonna provide some pros and cons. These are brought to you by Little White Mouse. I'm kind of picking and glossing over the ones that I like, and I'm gonna present them to you. I'm also gonna leave you the link in the video description so you can actually go to Little White Mouse's review. Her reviews are very in-depth. This is more just the mile-high view of the ship. So pros, as mentioned already, you've got 7 130mm rifles. Yes, that is awesome for a Tier 5 destroyer. You've got excellent forward firing angles. You're also armed with 12 dorsally mounted torpedo tubes. These are divided between 4 launchers. You look like a mini Kitakami. Honestly, if you miss that ship, you might want to look into this ship, because you feel like a Kitakami. You've got a fast reload time on your torpedoes at 47 seconds per launcher, and your torpedoes provide some of the shortest reaction time for opponents with a mere 1 kilometer detection range. This gives targets only 6 seconds to respond. You've also got good concealment values for a ship that is extremely long for a destroyer, with 6.5 kilometer surface detection range. That's stock. You can get that down much better than that. Also, the thing about her, like I said, she either looks like a crew boat or a freaking banana. She is funky looking, but that's kind of endearing. That's one of the reasons why I like her. Now for some of the cons of the Okhotnik. It's not all gravy with her. Or him, since it's a Russian ship. She's got a short-range main battery with a reach of only 9.2 kilometers. Also, you've got a horrible turret traverse of 5 degrees per second. Thankfully, that 360-degree traverse is going to help that out just a little bit. She also receives a 2-kilometer stealth tax to her surface detection range when she fires. Her torpedoes are very short range. That's one thing to keep in mind. I mean, you're sub 5 kilometers on her, so really, if you're going to want to sink a ship with your torpedoes, you're going to have to either screen behind a battleship, pop out, say surprise, and pop off all your torpedoes, or use terrain to your advantage. You're not going to want to attack a battleship or a cruiser out in open water with these torpedoes. It's not going to work out that well for you if you do. He also has a pathetic AA armament and is a big target for enemy aircraft, again, because of the length of this ship. And lastly, you've got a heavy reliance on a significant number of captain skills to make this ship enjoyable. So, if you've got a Russian captain out there that's in the 18-point range, feel free to slap it on this ship. It'll help it a lot. if you're starting out from scratch, you're going to be in for a little bit of a rough ride in the beginning, because again, those captain skills are very, very important to the success of this ship. Now, what did I think of the Okhotnik? I think this ship's a riot to play. Again, because it just looks so clownish. This is another paper ship. It's basically designed off of the Izzy Oslov platform, and they just took it, elongated it, and slapped a bunch of guns on the back, slapped a bunch of torpedo torps on it, and voila! There you have the Okhotnik. Which, again, I like it because it looks so abnormal, so unique. Above that, though, it's a fun ship. At Tier 5, you know, it's not a ship that you're going to go out there and have some phenomenal rounds with. You're going to have some great rounds, but you're also going to have some rounds where you just get utterly broken because of your length, and you can see that happen to me. You have the tendency to get caught off guard. When you get caught off guard, you don't have the ability like you do in a US or any other destroyer for that matter of dodging torpedoes. If you get caught in smoke, your ability to react, while you might be able to move backward or forward, even on a wide spread, you're going to eat a torpedo. And if you eat a torpedo in this destroyer, you're going to sink. It's not good. In that respect, the Okhotnik is kind of hard. You really don't want to camp and smoke because anyone that fires torpedoes at you is going to have a decent chance of catching you. The guns, however, the guns are very, very enjoyable. Especially with IFHE on them, the guns do moderate damage. But having that many guns is just... It's exciting when you battle against other destroyers because they're not expecting it. And you launch a barrage of 7 shells their way that do very, very good cruiser power damage. They're in for a rough day. If you get the drop on another destroyer, they are going to be hurting. And that's the cool thing about this ship. This ship, it's really a hybrid almost. You're like a skinny cruiser that has destroyer speed but lacks destroyer maneuverability. I don't know how to explain it. The Okhotnik falls into its own category of ship. It's just something else. And if you like these random, strange oddities, these one-offs, then the Okhotnik is probably going to be a ship for you. It's Tier 5, so I can't imagine it costing that much, regardless of what region you live in. So, what do I say about this ship? Is this a must-have, or is it a pass? That's an interesting question. If you like destroyers, yeah, you're probably going to want to pick it up, especially if the price is right. If you don't like destroyers, if you don't like funky ships, if you like your maneuverability, maybe you want to pass on this. Again, a lot of it's going to be price dependent. Me, I'd pick it up. Just for the fun factor, the wow, what the hell is this strange looking ship factor. Yeah, I would pick it up for that. I mean, it's a good ship. It's got some very good attributes. Again, when you pop off all your torpedoes, I've had people comment, are you sure that's not a Kitakame? Just because it looks so strange seeing all those torpedoes flying off a broadside destroyer. So there are some great redeeming features to this ship, but there are also some drawbacks. So, you know, again, this is a work in progress. I've told you one of the big changes coming its way, that 360-degree swivel that's going to help its firepower even more because the guns are so slow. Should be coming out soon, might already be out, I don't know, but guys, this one's, it's worth a look at. I'm not going to tell you to buy it, I'm not going to tell you not to buy it. Look at my review, look what other people have to say, see if this ship fits your playstyle, and determine if you think you can have fun in it. I think the majority of the players will have fun in it. Tier 5 is one of those tiers where more seasoned veterans like to go back to just to fool around in, just to have fun. So, yeah, this could be a kamikaze type ship where every now and then you drop down and you just decide to have fun in Tier 5. So for that, I think it's definitely worth a pickup. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all with some more reviews later. We've got some great ships on our way. Premium ships. I'm very excited about them. Can't tell you what they are right now. I know what they are, and I know you're going to like them. Anyhow, take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. Zoop out.